What is going on, everybody? My name is Tony and welcome back to my reaction channel. Today we're checking out another Jubilee video. I really liked the last one, man. It was really entertaining and really fun to talk about. So today we're going to do 6 Trump supporters vs 1 secret hater. So yeah, Donald Trump, obviously a lot of people, I'll say, antagonize him in a way. I don't really pay too much attention to what he does. I know he's an unlikable character. Some people find him very likable, some don't. So yeah, I think people discredit the amount of people that actually like Trump. I think there's a whole ton of people. Of course he wouldn't have won the election if he didn't, at least half the country didn't like him and want to vote for him. But yeah, we're going to see today 6 Trump supporters with 1 secret hater. I mean, they're probably going to have the stereotypical what people think is the Trump supporter, you know, the red hat, the what's it called, the MAGA hats. I don't even know if you should wear them in public for fear of getting assaulted. I doubt that happens though, you know. I think it's just overblown. And you know, there's a lot of bad stereotypes about Trump supporters. I think they're probably going to throw a few races in here. Like they always try to throw a sneak one in there. But let's have a look at this and see if we can deduce who it is before we get started. But yeah, be sure to suggest me videos that you want me to see. Can be anything, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And let's get into this video.
I see so many people who are using government assistance to go to Disneyland. That's not what it's for. It's so that you can make America great again.
Based on that, it's not her. Based on that, it's not her.
7.
Whoa, stop. Okay, so these are, first and foremost, I'm looking at them. This dude, the old dude, he is definitely, he's a Trump supporter based on appearance.
Trump supporter.
This dude in the suit, I wouldn't say it's him. The black guy, you see, there's a whole thing about black guys don't vote for Trump, blah blah blah, but a decent amount did, and he looks like an older dude. You know, he's in a shirt, probably in his 50s. I think he would have voted for Trump. This girl with the purple hair, you see, the stereotypes of people with multicolored hair, right, is that they are social justice warriors, feminists, But based on what she was saying, you know, her, I mean, you can't really tell much. I'm not too sure. Based on her, the 3 girls on the women on the end, she does look a bit older, but she is Asian, of Asian descent, so I'm not sure. But these 3, I'll be suspect of them, and based on her purple hair, maybe the black guy. But I think these 3 are Trump supporters. Well, let's have a look at what they think. All right.
I am a Trump supporter.
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 1
She didn't
is
say
a
it
liar.
too sincerely, that one in the
If the
end.
group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize. If the liar survives, he or she wins the entire prize.
Alrighty. Let's go.
So I think we should say why we support him, since assuming we all do.
Go ahead.
So did you want to start?
Sure. I'm supporting him because I'm a dad.
I support him because...
What? Because you're a dad. That's why you support Trump. Alright?
Record unemployment rate at all-time low. Stuff like that.
When people lie, they tend to like touch their face.
I really love how
true?
he's a Christian and he loves Jesus and God.
Okay.
He's actually
This dude's definitely a
the
Trump
only
supporter,
person
man.
in history that's
Quicker, the little USA.
6 people. Okay, go.
I support him because he follows the Constitution.
I support him
Alright.
because I feel like we have more religious freedom with him in office than Hillary.
Yeah, there's so
Okay.
many reasons, but America first, I guess, is the reason. Is my reason.
Okay.
Same here. He's done a lot for the country.
So she was right next
She was
to me, and
quiet there.
she didn't necessarily cut me off, but she seemed just very nervous. She didn't sound like she believed what she was telling everybody.
I wouldn't say that.
My faith informs my voting, simple as that. And second, my dad has been in the Marine Corps for 30 years, and so that's where
I'm suspect over this one on the end,
It
man.
was super nerve-wracking going into the first
She just
speed
doesn't look
round,
like a
because
Trump
you know that
supporter.
everyone has assumptions about how you look.
He's got a lot of diversity of support out there. They just don't
He
speak
does.
up out of fear.
It's true.
And
Yeah,
so it's
that's-
interesting to
that's
try
true.
to read everything from body language to what they were actually saying.
This dude's 100% a Trump supporter, bro. Catherine. Is Catherine the one on the end?
I voted for Sierra in the first round. I thought she was the mole because of her look, her dyed hair, and how she initiated the conversation.
Wow.
I think it was the combination of my nerves and because I was wearing a crop top and it's not so conservative, and I had a piercing out earlier.
Alright.
Raise your hand if you have any doubt and you would like to...
Yeah, the Trump supporter's still in the circle, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody's going to vote in 2020?
Yes, absolutely.
Does everybody have a favorite for 2020?
I'm voting for Trump.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm proud to cast my vote for Donald Trump.
President Trump, yes.
Trump here.
Whoa.
I think I made people
Those two girls on the end there, just President Trump. You see, hold on, we'll continue and
focus
see
on
what they
me
have to
because
say.
I didn't know if I don't know if I would vote for him again.
Fair
I think
enough.
that if someone better does come along, I don't want to just automatically say
Exactly.
he'll forever have my vote. I just want to
That's what I was
clarify
gonna
just in
say.
case you guys don't think that I support him because I totally do. But I am curious that one of the major things right now is immigration. So what is your guys' stance on immigration?
Well, I'm a second generation American on both sides. So my dad's parents immigrated from India and my mom's from Mexico. So I think this country would be nothing without immigrants at all.
Yeah, I grew up in California, in Los Angeles, California. I've seen the demographics change, not often for the good. You know, there are many homeless Americans and veterans.
I heard about that. I heard, I watched Joe Rogan's podcast a lot, and he obviously lives in LA, and he talks about there's a whole stretch of a whole area where there's just lots of homeless people on the streets, and I think that's probably a combination of, you know, people go to LA to fulfill that dream, where these days you don't really need to do that. Back in the day you did, of course, but they go to LA, they want to be actors, directors, writers, even, you know, pursue a career in YouTube or whatever it is. They want to go there because they think it's a better place, more people there, of course, more accessibility and stuff like that. So yeah.
They're homeless on the streets, and yet we spend tons of taxpayer money to support illegal immigration. You know, we have
This guy's
a
a Trump
constitution,
supporter.
and if you can't
These
respect
three,
our laws,
I'm confident.
you know, it's better that you don't come.
Keith, you knew he was a Trump supporter. It flowed.
Where do you get your
Yeah.
news?
I don't watch any cable news at all.
And I listen to a lot of podcasts, like more specifically like Joe Rogan, because
She's
he usually has
definitely-
people like Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder, along with people who like
She definitely is a Trump supporter as well now, based on that,
more
I think.
leftist.
Just
You see Alex?
and that might that might sound a bit thingy, like only Trump supporters watch Joe Rogan. No, everyone watches Joe Rogan, ladies and gentlemen. But it's just the fact that, you know, Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro, two of the most well-known conservative YouTubers. So I think
Jones on Joe Rogan when he was on
I
there?
think
Alex
he's
Jones,
wild,
this dude.
So.
Yeah, he's
That's where I get
conservative.
most of my information from, Infowars and Alex Jones.
This guy's 100% conservative, 100%.
You got to be on top of your game if you're gonna ever talk about politics with anybody.
I want to bring up in the next
If you want to know the truth, you have
She
to look
did-
at both sides.
I'm
to
still this
understand.
one on the end, man. This one on the end. I would vote her.
Maybe he's just introverted, but to
Mike.
me, he didn't
Is that
seem
the
like
old
he was
man?
actively engaged in the
The
conversation.
old man's 100%
I
a
voted
Trump
out
supporter,
Mike
man.
because
Come
I
on.
wanted to
He's
assume
100%.
that not all white men are Trump supporters.
That's true,
I
but
was thinking it was the first person. I said, "Oh, she's gone already." So why am I? You know, it's making it more difficult.
yeah, he didn't put his hand up. Catherine. Wait, who's Cat? Is Catherine is the
I was
white
wondering
girl
how
on
the
the end?
silence was going to play. I now know.
So, like, what would you say to the people who are going to think negatively of you as a Trump supporter?
Well, I think the first thing is that no matter what side you stand on, President Trump has reinvigorated our democratic process.
You know, they say, "Well, he's a racist." I say, "Well, you just ask them, the people who believe that." You say, "Well, what's racist about his
Exactly.
Just because of my support, it discredits who I am as a person, or like they're not willing to listen because it's like, yeah, it's really, yeah.
Like in college, because I'm pro-life, I'm discredited from everything. So, oh,
You see, this girl in the end, I'm still thinking, but that's so true. Like, if you come out and you say, I'm a Trump supporter, or in this country, Brexit is our equivalent of that, and if you support Boris Johnson, you're probably gonna get shit for it. But reality, it's the minority that talk this shit. Like, it's the minority of people that make up all the noise. You know what I mean? Like, everyone calling people out on Twitter, all that bullshit, man. Most conservatives just stay silent for just fear, probably, of one, getting, you know, called out and harassed, and two, you just want to
but
live
you're
a peaceful
Catholic,
life.
you can't
know?
have an opinion on this. We already know what your opinion's going to be.
It's like, we could talk about it. We don't need to fight about it. Just have a conversation. Your next door neighbor probably supports Trump, and you don't
I
wanna
how he's giving
admit
the
it.
power back to the people. You know, the elites have held it for so long, and they're still fighting to like keep, you know, stay in power. But I think it's really divine, and you know, God's hand is in it, Jesus Christ.
I have a question probably for the next segment if we have another one.
Zach made himself seem too suspicious because he had his American pin flag. I thought maybe he was trying too hard.
Come on, man. He's a Trump supporter, man. He doesn't know. Ooh.
So we have a tie. So we're gonna do a revote. The tie is Zach and Natalie.
Honestly, I was kind of baffled by it.
I wasn't really surprised just because, like, I don't fit the look of somebody who supports Trump.
It's true. Zach.
I think I voted for Zach because I didn't want to vote for Natalie, which is probably why I voted for Trump. I didn't want to vote for Hillary, so I voted for Trump.
She's like, I think most people are like that, to be honest.
Yeah,
He
I have a question,
was a Trump supporter.
I'm curious, you know, because, you know, obviously you guys are like of millennial age. How do you define conservatism?
The current narrative of the left is creating a sort of victimhood. And
Well, that's true.
what I find on the right is that there's a huge victor mentality. It's all how hard do you want to work to get your life to a certain point. I wouldn't even use like the label for myself. Even registered, I'm independent.
It's deregulation and providing the opportunity for everyone to make the best for themselves, not to be provided the best, not to have oversight financially so that you're obligated to someone else, because my dad came from absolutely nothing, did his national duty and built a life for himself, and I was able to go to college because of it. Like, I went to school on the GI Bill from him.
I see so many people who are using government assistance to go to Disneyland. That's not what it's for. It's so that you can build yourself up and make America great again. It's like, if I'm gonna work and my dad's gonna work the hours that he does and not be home so that he can provide for his family, it's only fair that he gets to see that money.
Just really quickly, because I know this round is going to end. So you said that you wouldn't necessarily, you're not for sure casting your vote for Trump in 2020. Is there a
They're going to vote this one out, I think,
right
the
now?
purple hair
As
one.
of right now, I don't see that person.
Okay.
But I just am not
Just
sure.
because she's
I support him
uncertain.
now
I
as
think
a
it's the one on the end,
president,
ladies and
2016.
gentlemen. I just think it's this the white girl on the end.
This is
Like getting really hard.
That's why I didn't
Just
want
the
to
way
vote
she
for him.
looks, and she seems.
She talked a lot more than Catherine did, so
What's the word?
there's a lot more opportunity for me to like find holes.
I didn't want to vote anybody out. I just felt like everyone was honest, and so I was just like, I don't even think Mike is still in the game, but I wrote his name.
Is he not the old man? What the hell?
Raise your hand.
I'm telling you,
Playing the game.
I think it's her, man.
The lights around you turn red.
The dudes were 100%.
Square and you guys lose. The lights turn green.
All right, which one is it? Am I right? Am I right?
The mole out and you win. Ready?
These two, I think it's her. Yeah. Which one is it? She just looked at her.
Mole, please step forward.
I knew it, bro. Come on.
I am the mole.
I really thought I was gonna win.
All right, young lady, congratulations.
You did a great job. She did a great job.
I don't consider myself a Republican in any way. All of my
There you
positions
go.
are pretty progressive. I'm super happy to have
She
had
does
this
look like
dialogue.
that type.
I think this experience has taught me that a lot of the people who are Trump supporters, like Sierra for example, go back and forth on what they believe and are asking
most
themselves tough questions.
I think if you don't sort of go back and consider what you believe, you know what I mean, and you don't revisit certain stances, you just get yourself in a one-track mind, and then you become irrational. And I think that's what happens with a lot of the extreme sides of politics. Even though I try to steer clear of it, I think you can't really steer clear of it if you're on social media these days. But I think the whole extreme side, people just latch onto a view and they just at all costs, this is right, this is right, this is right. You know what I mean? That's not the right way to go about it. You need to reconsider everything. And just because someone has more conservative views on politics or more liberal views, it doesn't mean you should ostracize them or criticize them. You should have a conversation, because if you do, not only might your mind change, you might be able to convince them. And I think a lot of people go into political discussions with the outset that I'm going to turn you to my side, you know what I mean? You're going to look and think with me, and then they don't listen and they just concoct arguments while the other person's talking without actually taking in knowledge. And I think discussions like this is very important to have.
Everyone like has a story to tell, and everyone's voices should be heard, even if they disagree with you.
You see, man, she seemed, that girl in the end from the start, she just seemed like she was not involved as much in the first 3 rounds, and I think the Asian lady made it very easy to get voted out, you know, straight away, because she was nervous, she kind of was snappy, she didn't say much. The 3 guys, they just seem like Trump supporters. The black guy, from what he said over the rounds, you could tell he was a Trump supporter. I think the way he was talking. The purple hair lady, even though she doesn't look like a Trump supporter, what she was saying, especially with like the whole Disneyland thing, I thought she was as well. It was just the girl in the end I was a bit suspect of, you know what I mean? Not only does she look, like I said, a bit like that, she looks like she is of college age and around that early 20s age. You know, she said she's pro-life, and that disqualifies her from argument. So I think maybe she's not all the way on the left, but she might be a bit ostracized if she is pro-life. But using the whole religion card, maybe she isn't religious. And if they started with her in the first round rather than the old man, maybe she would have not been able to use that argument. But yeah, man, you guys let me know what you think, man. What do you guys think of this video? What do you think of Trump? Would you vote for him in the US? If you live in the US, you guys let me know, man. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, suggest me videos in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.